Good evening, everyone. Professor Bobo here. I am back. And for the next round in our Sunday tripleheader, I am joined by Swing Time. Swing, what's happening?
Hello.
Hey.
Thanks for having me. I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited to cast with you. I've never gotten to do that.
I know. I think we actually. I had you and Weenus on the list for last season before I had some weird technical issues. Speaking of technical issues, Skype is being a total butt, so we are not joined by Skype via video, but we do have Swing here. That was weird. I might have said that backwards. All right, tonight's matchup from the Heroic Division. We have two teams that were involved in A West last season, now moving up. We have the Real Ultimate Mosh Pit going up against Texas A&M, the Heroes of the Dorm participants. Swing, I've been looking forward to this one. What do you think about taking a look at these two teams this early?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's early in the season and things are still kind of settling in the standings. But I did, take a look at what I'm seeing from the scores that have been reported. And looks like Real Ultimate Mosh Pit got off to a pretty good start. They're sitting at 3 wins and 1 loss right now.
Yes.
And Texas A&M, I only see 1 match reported for them so far, so this may not be accurate. But it looks like they dropped those 2 games for that particular.
They did. They actually what Texas A&M has done is they have a doubleheader here going on tonight. So they actually will play X-Force after this set. I don't know if anybody has picked that game up. I don't think so thus far. But taking a look at what these teams have done this week, a good one, as you said, for the Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. They picked up a draw against Offensive Gaming, one of the teams we're certainly keeping our eye on here in the Heroic Division, and then a win against Zenith of the Light. Regen Black, another top contender, dealt A&M a difficult 0-2 opening loss. So, again, we have these teams early in the season. Last year, they were both sort of middle of the pack for A West. They both had a solid debut. I know Dankstrom has bounced around a little bit. He's played with a number of different people here. He's been in NGS for quite a while. And Texas A&M newcomers, they've done pretty well for themselves. Both of these teams actually dabbling a little bit in HCCO. We've seen them both in our off-season tournaments. Space Bacon, we see him in general chat all the time, just bodying kids with whatever the new hot support is, as well as his quite dope highlights. A shout-out to Space Bacon. All right, draft is ink. Teams are ready. Let's get going.
All right. Did we mention that we're going to Battlefield of Eternity?
I have not had too much time on BOE. This is the map selection of Texas A&M as the Real Ultimate Mosh Pit went with a first pick choice. Map bans this evening: Volskaya, as well as Dragonshire. So we're ready to be.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see the direction these teams go. I mean, are they going to go for shred? Are they going to go for team fighting? There's a couple different ways you can play this map.
Yes, and one thing that has been evident recently is that teams just really almost seem to not believe in Hanzo anymore. I've seen very little Hanzo play. It has been okay, not great, just as a whole. And I've seen a lot more Greymane come back into the meta. So maybe we'll get a little bit of Grid Ninja tonight. This being Texas A&M's map choice. First band goes over to the Real Ultimate Mosh Pit, and they will start off by kicking Jimmy on out.
No Rainer or Genji.
As expected. Now the wrinkles come in. Is this going to be tailored to the map? Maybe this is going to look like these teams may be thinking about some target bans. We do know that Texas A&M has an absolute unit playing support. However, they choose to go with the Blaze, perhaps signaling the intent to at least target Urel early. Good Blaze map, better Urel map.
Blaze is also so good at defending against wombo combos, so they might be going that direction, and they don't want that bunker available.
The Blaze ban does a lot early. It puts pressure on your opponents to start thinking about Urel in the ban phase. And then also the other thing is that what Blaze really does incredibly well is and exactly what Swing talked about. Hey, we're bucking the trends. We got the Hanzo off the board early. Blaze, like a lot of the wombos that he prevents, can be associated with the other offlaners that may come through as you start moving further and further down the list of offlaners. You can always place the bunker just outside the entomb. Bunker can also cleanse things such as last rites. Gary and the Old Man. Deckard Cain and Garrosh are picked up by Texas A&M.
A very solid start for Texas A&M.
Hanzo does pretty well against Garrosh. We'll see if there is a talent adjustment or what we expect, the Scatter Arrow build to burn down the Immortals. But his range, long given Garrosh problems. There's Johanna, safe into Garrosh. And Admiral Shtukov. Admiral, как вы поживаете? Здравствуйте, Admiral. It is good to see you.
I feel like I've suddenly been seeing more Stukov lately.
Oh, yes.
I love it.
I agree. He's a fun support. You get a lot of cool things going on. He's got 2 different heroics. Again, each support usually has their own personal preference. You still have Virulent Reaction at 13, so you still get to see some hot plays. But he's moved up as Malfurion has seemingly gone bye-bye.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't seen too much Malfurion lately, and they're all banned. I mean, and from Texas A&M.
I'm trying to think what else. Alex and Deckard are still up there at the top. Remember, Whitemane is not going to be available until next week. We'll see how Whitemane shakes things up. But it does seem like Shtukov is being thought of. Oh, we'll change that back. As maybe the next great sort of generalist support here in the meta, where Rhaegar has not really made too much of an appearance. Haven't seen too much Uther. Again, Malfurion falling off.
Right, we've got Leoric and Jaina coming in from Texas A&M now. Jaina's just so hot right now. No, that's actually the opposite of what she is, but she's freezing cold.
I like seeing the Leoric here. The Leoric, and with the Thrall band now potentially moving the Ultimate Mosh Pit with their last 2 picks into a suboptimal offlaner. Maybe. See Li Ming. And we're going to spin it back. Hit me, baby, one more time with the Brittany Sonya skin. As Sonya shows back up. Li Ming and Hanzo, so there is a lot of range and a lot of very good race on the side of Mosh Pit.
Could we see a Greymane here, maybe, as this last pick?
It's open, and I think it would be a solid pick. Only have to worry about the Johanna.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all of these squishy targets on the side of the real Ultimate of Mosh Pit, and Texas A&M will pivot into the Tracer.
Well, Tracer can be rough, for Hanzo, Li Ming. We might end up seeing the Li Ming Calamity build just because of that alone. Whereas before we might have seen like an orb build to get that poke on the Immortal.
Orb build kind of like falls off like when you start moving up here, and I feel like Calamity is sort of like the always pick because it just allows Li Ming to be a little bit more independent from her support. Although Shtukov does a really good job of that. I mean, we'll see.
Well, she definitely needs it here for sure, I think.
Yeah.
Against the Tracer.
Hanzo and... Interesting. So Hanzo, Li Ming, solid race. Jaina, Leo, Tracer, not very racy.
Right. So it looks like we've got one team going for a poke/shred type comp, and the other is going to come try to defend and get some picks.
Over on the side of the real Ultimate Mosh Pit. Dankstrom, the captain, leading from the front on that Johanna. Dendy Smasher on the Li Ming. Mayog will be playing Hanzo. Sven on the Shtukov. Synchrony on the Sonya.
All right, and on the red team for Texas A&M, we've got Coca-Cola playing that Tracer. Garrosh played by Sparky. Edgardo GL on Jaina. Mizono on Leoric. And Space Bacon on the Deckard.
Have eyes on Coca-Cola, continuing the fine tradition of NGS players that are Tracer mains and that absolutely make your lives miserable. Maybe hoping to catch somebody in rotation here. You see the 5-man stack by Texas A&M. And Dankstrom
does not look like they're going to catch anything.
Nope. Just going to kind of hang out. Dankstrom scouts out the rotation there. No harm done. It's an early game. Nobody really missing anything. Just trying to see if they can catch a mistake on the side of one another. Nothing really going on too much here in terms of talent builds to really watch out for. Everything looking again pretty standard. We're keeping an eye on Shtukov builds, though, and we start things off with Fetid Touch. From what I've seen, Fetid Touch and then the long pitch at 7. A lot of W talents have been the preference here for Shtukov. I do think we could see Biotic Armor. That is a possibility given that we do have Tracer on the side of A&M.
Right. A good Tracer, like you said, can just be a nightmare.
And there are changes now to this build. The silence pool, that the old lurking arm build, is gone. Those talents have been dispersed all over the place. There are a number of new talents that, help Stukov build into the lurking arm as well. We see Synchrony dodging a spooky hand up top. Always the key to beating Leoric. Don't let that dirty, dirty old man put his hands on you.
Sounds like good, solid advice.
I mean, just in general, but, if you're up there in the off lane, it has a little bit of a stronger meaning. Coca-Cola almost stacked up on the pulse bomb near 82. Sparky gets the throw. Actually finds Sven. Here is the root and the blizzard on top of it. Stukov looks like he is not long for the world. Coca-Cola trying to get the kill. Blinks out, but Edgardo finishes that one off. First blood over on the side of A&M. Courtesy of Edgardo GL on the Jaina.
Yeah, great combination there to get first blood.
Sparky had to go a little deep there. There isn't a ton of real CC on the side of the real ultimate mosh pit. In fact, if Stukov's lurking arm is gone in the early game here, Garrosh could really have quite a field day.
Yeah, that's a great point. There's nothing there to really stop Tracer, except for, maybe a blind from Johanna.
Like I said, we'll see if it's biotic and
Silence.
biotic armor at level 4, which Stukov would be able to provide like a permanent 15 armor on auto attacks, which again doesn't seem great against someone like Tracer with her low auto attacks, and it does not prevent her from stacking her bomb, but it may be the difference between kills such as that one that started this game off. This is taking a little while. Dengstrom, I don't think he's going to get there in time, is he? Yes. There's Iron Skin. Mizono joins. There's Synchrony. Coca-Cola has used the bomb. It actually landed on the ground, then got picked up by Mayog, so Hanzo took a bit of damage. Spin to win on the backside. Sonya does pick up a kill on Jaina. Dengstrom and Space Bacon are battling. Apparently, Johanna and Deckard Cain trying to figure out who's going to stand here on this point. Dengstrom surviving. Sparky's there. And now, with the Jaina kill, and with Coca-Cola so very low, A&M gives up, and a win for Moshpit.
Wow, that was a really great invade there by the real ultimate mosh pit. Very confident. I like it.
Here's the throw and the combo onto Johanna. Mizono coming in. Might have to eat this stun. And in fact, Dengstrom does. There's another condemn. Almost to the halftime show. Hanzo's up at 11 stacks thus far. I'm not sure if Mayog picked up another one. He's up to 12. Starting that scattered arrow build. Off.
You could see the Li Ming and Hanzo just whittling down that immortal.
It's going to take some real pinpoint plays from Coca-Cola. He's going to have to get kills very, very quickly. Dengstrom at the front there. Here comes the invade. Sparky and company looking for a kill. Stukov actually got into the immortal stun, and now looks like he might not be long. Sven trying to find his way out. He lives for a while, but does go down eventually. Blizzard was used in there as well. Synchrony may be next. Sonya Low uses the spear on the immortal to get out. There's the root. Yet another kill for A&M. They are, however, quite low on their immortal, and they have been 4-stacking it, if you will. Tracer is top. The angle's there. Mayog has done a great job on this Hanzo.
Yeah, that whole time, Hanzo was still whittling away, and they should get a pretty solid immortal here for the first one.
Might need a little, maybe like one more auto, one more flashlight from Dengstrom. We'll use the silence pool. Coca-Cola was chipping away at the enemy immortal. So Texas A&M will only have to deal with a half-shield immortal, which will be headed bot lane. Taking a look at our stacks early. 10 stacks on Fetid Touch. And one good spread, keeping it old school with the Stukov. Hanzo is almost done. That'll be a very big power spike. Maybe not for this particular situation, but for the next objective. Mayog doing a great job on that Hanzo. He is almost done stacking Scattered Arrow.
And the Mortals moving in on the bottom fort. Looks like it's falling pretty quickly, though.
I don't even think Trump is going to be able to pick up that well. They do not. And thus ends the first objective phase, but it does end with a quarter of a level lead and level 7 being picked up early here on the side of the real Ultimate Mosh Pit. Synchrony is actually, got a tower down top. Small things adding up to level 10. That's it.
Uh-oh, spooky hand.
Spear to answer that one. Sonya builds are another one that I've been keeping an eye on in the early part of the year because we haven't seen too much of this guy. Poison Spear. But Synchrony does go with it here. And the Stukov build, which you talked about, one good spread into Growing Infestation. So we do have the Lurking Arm expansion with the longer cooldown, but it now is here at level 7. I know that talent has started to receive some naysayers and is moving lower in the meta, but I actually do like it, particularly against Garrosh. The more time he can be silenced and not have access to his armor, the better.
Yeah, that completely makes sense. It's always interesting to see, each player sometimes finds, special uses for some of these talents that they're really able to take advantage of, even if they're, like, not meta, per se.
Good route there. Mayog moves out of the Blizzard wave. But Edgardo GL on that Jaina is very low in terms of mana, and we'll see if there's another invade or if there's another aggressive play on the side of the real Ultimate Mosh Pit. But Dextrum is backing. Up in the top lane, Synchrony just going at it with Mizono. Wasn't expecting that. Coca-Cola picks up the kill.
Yep, good timing for Tracer to arrive on the scene.
Overwatch heroes, folks. They just can't let two Diablo Titans finish their video game. Coca-Cola picks up a kill, is now 5-1 in terms of kills, as A&M has looked fantastic. Really in the skirmish phase of this game. But I don't really know how they're going to keep up with this Hanzo.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. It looks like both teams just push into halftime show, and we should get some team fighting here.
Like a 5% advantage despite being in a 4v5 situation for Trump. And now the defensive positionings are here. Both teams just about even in terms of levels. Almost to level 10. However, a Shaman camp, or excuse me, a Khazra camp is pushing top. This is the one that Synchrony had to give up. And Coca-Cola picked up that last kill.
Thank you, Ghost Dunk, so much for the raid. Welcome, everybody.
G to the D was casting with Cav Guest tonight. That's awesome to see. Oh, Sparky looking to make a play. Swing, what do you think? Is he gonna make a? Is he making moves here? We getting Garrosh maybe ripping a combo off?
It looked like he would. We're trying to get the stun out here. It's just not happening. There's a root on the Stukov.
Coca-Cola does have a bomb, so keep an eye on the Tracer. The orb does miss, but there's a huge silence pool followed up by a poison spear. There's a number of kills possible. Leoric goes down first. Coca-Cola on the backside does have the bomb. I thought he might have had recall. Edgardo Gio went down. In terms of hit points, just hard there. Great silence from Sven. Coca-Cola.
Yeah, that was perfect placement, especially with that the silent circle looks so small these days because I'm so used to seeing
yes.
the larger one.
Especially from level 1, like you expect that to always be the build. What's some adaptations, and Sven's got it working. Yet another objective is picked up by the real Ultimate Mosh Pit. They do lose their wall top, but they pick up another half-shielded Immortal. I don't know. I feel like they've got 10. Swing, do you feel like they have to get a fort here? Do they need to start pressing the advantage here?
I think they do, although we're going to be reaching 10 for Texas A&M really quickly as well, so they have to be a little careful, I think.
Garrosh has ripped Indomitable. Dengstrom looks like he's thinking about it. Here's the throw. No combo. Blessed Shield, Dragon Arrow, Wave of Force, Massive Shove. We also see Wrath of the Berserker. Dengstrom's in there. There has another Immortal stun, and this Immortal is going to push up to the wall. They do pick up the fort. There's the Lord NATO. Bit of disengage. Coca-Cola has Mayog and Sven here. Tracer has a Pulse Bomb, uses it, and Hanzo is gone. Good flank from the Tracer.
Whittled him down little by little. Got him low enough for that bomb. That was a great play.
Synchrony may wind up dying for this fort. Maybe thinks better of it now. Been a neat little battle here. Mizono did pick up the one offlane kill with the assist from the Tracer, but Synchrony has really won this matchup in the 1v1 with Sonya.
Now all 5 members of Texas A&M heading to the bottom lane. They're going to try to secure this Merc camp at the bottom.
I do think with the Garrosh, it looks like Trump has just been giving up these side camps and maybe looking to make the bigger play in the mid. Sonya gets taunted. Garrosh has ripped Indomitable. There's the root. There's the Entomb. Welly as well. There's a spooky hand. Everybody pressing their R-buttons to get Sonya out of the way, but there may be a counter kill in there. There's the Blessed Shield hitting 3 members. Number of A&Mers are low, but Dengstrom has to retreat out. Looks like they just couldn't quite get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, Trump doing a great job of getting all of the health bars low for Texas A&M, but they just weren't able to get a counter kill there.
They traded a lot of resource for just one Sonya kill, and no one was top, so again, you'll lose the XP for the death, and maybe a wave or 2. But it's been a calm and composed game from Trump. They have not felt like they've needed to answer these kills by Texas A&M. Ooh, Space Bacon denied the back there. Tracer has another pulse bomb. So despite it being 7-2 in terms of kills and in favor of Texas A&M, about a quarter level lead for them is all that they have. No top fort. Bottom fort pretty low. And it looks like Trump thinking about going on the offense here.
Yeah, Sparky running around on that garage looking for an opportunity.
Everybody has their R buttons available. These are pretty short cooldowns, so we should be seeing these fights happen with regularity. Mayog is inside the Entomb. There's the Welly looking to get the root. He has no way out of there. However, Li Ming with a wave of force knocks Jaina into the silence pool. What a fantastic play off the back. Dendy making moves on that Li Ming. Dangstrom has a little bit of chase. There's the Dragon Arrow. It actually does wind up hitting Garrosh, and the Poison Spear follows through. Hanzo has gone down on the backside, trading for Tracer. Synchrony not able to convert the kill on Garrosh. So it's a 2 for 2. Excuse me, a 1 for 2. Only Hanzo goes down. The real ultimate mosh pit is going to go ahead and claim yet another halftime show, and they're well on their way to their third straight objective.
Yeah, I can't believe... I know that Hanzo ended up dying, but wow, what an escape.
I thought he was...
I thought Mayog was going to make it out. I couldn't believe it.
That was a huge wave of force by Dendy, who put 2 members into the expanded Lurking Arm Silence pool. The key one was Edgardo GL, who went down on that Jaina first. 8-4 in terms of kills. And now Degstrom and crew move on up, looking to cap another Immortal. Here comes the poke.
Yeah, it's just so much poke with the Hanzo and Li Ming.
Sparky takes the massive shove. Mizono using Wraithwalk, thinking about it there, but he himself is quite low. Another top camp pushing. Remember that Trump did not answer the Shaman camp last objective phase, and it took out a wall. Their concern has been with this objective. With Tracer showing, they'll try to get a little bit more poke, but there she is. No bomb yet for Coca-Cola. Big Entomb. Sven the target. There's the Blizzard on top of it. A counter move with a Dragon Arrow coming out, so Stukov goes down. Coca-Cola had to recall with no hit points. There's the Lornado to disengage. Welly just about done as well. Synchrony low. Mayog and Dendy trying to find yet another counter kill.
That was a great job by Texas A&M. I mean, they were definitely losing the Immortal battle, and now they can move in and try to get some of their own damage out.
Looks like a big turning point for them here, as the Shaman camp is going to take out top fort. They will have an opportunity to go ahead and even these things out. Dengstrom using Iron Skin. Sonya going down to Coca-Cola. There's the taunt. Johanna is next. Mayog was trying to get a counter kill. Needs to find a jump over the wall. Oh! There's 1. Dendy with 2. Does he have the wave of force? There, that is. There's the silence. So Li Ming will go down for a kill. Sven could be in trouble here. There's the massive shove. You know that Sparky was looking to get the toss in. Shaman camp.
Mayog sneaking around.
Wall.
On the Hanzo.
No way. Yeah, he got that. What a wacky set of objectives. Nobody seems to smell this out. Space Bacon, Mizono, and Sparky. What's going on back here? Mayog grabs that. There's the spooky hand. This is going to have to be a really good jump use. There's Dragon Arrow. The throw, the flip. That was just rude. Who gets that kill? Garrosh gets that kill for Into the Fring Deckard Cain on top of a Hanzo. Well, you may get this objective, but Mayog, you are headed back to the Hall of Storms. Well,
they're definitely going to get a fort out of this.
Oh, yes. Should be able to just AFK this bad boy. Mayog with the sneaky move there. Space Bacon looking to go ahead and retreat out. Synchrony will de-push the top lane, so a lot of pressure from that Shaman camp will equal out top lane. 16s are rapidly approaching for both teams. Sven in trouble. There's the taunt. Blizzard and the root on top of him. Stukov is gone. 2 members trying to retreat. There's the Lornado. Dengstrom, I think he realizes he's not making it out of here. Blessed Shield just for the hell of it, but that is the end of Johanna. So wow.
What do you do at Texas A&M? Do you go for this bottom fort with the 5v3 advantage? It looks like they're going to invade.
They're a little late. Yeah, I mean, they need to take bottom fort just to try to take another well out. I wouldn't be surprised if they go for the mid well, to be honest with you. There's a little bit of time. Excuse me. I mean, it's just kind of shocking how they're not winning this game of 15-6 in terms of kills. This is one of those indications where you're thinking, all right, later in the game, this should turn things in the favor of Texas A&M, but as good as they have looked in the laning phase, in their defense, they just have not been able to put it together during the objective.
Right, and they need to get a kill a little earlier, I think.
Jaina is
in order to get their own immortal.
Jaina about done with the advanced ice block quest. She'll have that for the next objective phase. Maybe that will help to make the difference here. It's the Garrosh combo. It works great. They rip it. They get one kill, but for some reason they're just having trouble in the objective phases. I think they're losing track of specifically Dendi smashing around the Li Ming, and that may be another key for the rest of this game. You can see Dendi 45k damage, outpacing Hanzo just barely, but only one death for Lee.
Dangstrom so far forward.
We're taking a look here. Synchrony is in trouble. There comes the Entomb. There goes Sonya. Wow. That's just an insta-jib.
Yeah.
Sparky finds Li Ming. Goodbye. That is yet another gone.
That's exactly what Texas A&M needed. This should give them their first immortal.
Absolutely. Well, Sven, Mayog, sort of retreating out. We've got this top camp pushing down top lane right now. Go ahead, we gotta reset that. Ping. Let's get our Fog of War back. So Texas A&M now, with their first halftime show, and they get it off the strength of a couple of more kills. They get 3 kills. Li Ming, Johanna, as well as Sonya are all gone.
Right.
This will be pushing bottom, but they do have a lot of top lane pressure. I wonder if they will think about the asymmetrical push. Maybe they'll think about top keep with a full strength immortal, but it will be their decision to make quite shortly.
This is going to be interesting. This immortal is going to be really strong.
It's a full strength one. Sparky's looking for a kill. There's Synchrony. The taunt was ripped off. There's the pulse bomb. Gone. Good follow-up with the Dragon Arrow. Looking to try to find the counter kill. Dangstrom's on the backside there with Johanna. Gardo using the ice block. Gets into the frayed out. Li Ming goes down trying to find the counter kill on Jaina. Sven looks like he will be next. Mizono gets out with barely any hit points. Mayog is going to be in a battle here with Coca-Cola on the Tracer. Parting gift. Hanzo goes down.
Oh boy.
That is a 5-man team wipe. Texas A&M wrestling control of this game right back. Swing.
Yeah, I think this is a key.
Yeah, I think they're picking up a little bit of momentum here. They've translated that successful isolate and kill one person finally into the objective phase. It started off with Synchrony on the Sonya. Sparky on that Garrosh is making some plays. Texas.
Yeah, it just seemed as the game went on and the death timers got longer and longer, it finally put Texas A&M in a position to, capitalize on those kills they were getting.
Absolutely. They do have 20. We'll flash our 20. Swing, what do you think? Are they going for game here? They still have some shield on this Immortal.
I think they're going to need a pick.
They've got Entomb up. Pulse Bomb is nearly ready. Massive Shove does not move Sparky back as far as maybe would have been like. There's the flip. Sven may be the target. The Lornado is there. Dragon Arrow comes out as well. Gardo GL is quite low. Coca-Cola there on the backside trying to whittle down Dangstrom. Johanna is actually the first one to fall. The silence is big, but it is not enough. Hanzo and Tracer will trade out as Dendi winds up finishing off a kill there. There's a follow. Dendi gets another, but Sonya has gone down. It's a 3 for 2. 50. It's only Sven. Dendi gets some consolation kills. But this Immortal, well, another Black and Nemesis falls, and another match goes the way of Texas A&M here on Battlefield of Eternity.
Well played. That was a fun game.
Absolutely. A lot of kills, a lot of good entertainment going on. Eventually, though, the College Station boys wind up picking themselves the first game on some really good team fighting and some really good late game presence, some good patience there. Shout out to Sparky on the Garrosh there, just doing work. Good comms. Again, these are all the things you expect from a team that has played together and has played together in a number of outside tournaments. They've done a lot of different events. Well, what else? I mean, boy, they've done Heroes of the Dorm. They've done HGCO. So they did not get frustrated. They wound up picking themselves up. First game win.
Yeah, very well played, and it was fun seeing different strategies. One, like we talked about, the poke and the shredding of the
Hmm.
immortal, and the other team going for the team fight. And in the end, it was those death timers, I think, really made the difference, because both teams were doing what their goal. They were taking care of their goals correctly. All the immortals were going over to Trump, and the kills were going over to Texas A&M. But then it just kind of teeter-tottered the other direction once those death timers got high.
Agree. Swing MVP for game one.
Oh gosh.
Putting you on the spot.
I would have to say I got to give it to the Tracer. There were so many times where she was diving back there with like no health and got that kill on the Hanzo and was able to still get out. It's
Maybe
pretty exciting.
we'll see the adjustment in game number two. We are going to be headed to Tomb of the Spider Queen once I get our teams in draft here, so we'll get our lobby set up. I don't think Garrosh will make it through the first ban phase. That likely to go. I think teams are still trying to figure out when. All right, when you feel like maybe Johanna Murd and Diablo are just objectively better tanks, where does Garrosh fit in? Can we get away with letting him go? And that was certainly not the case there in game number one, as Sparky, just from the front, really just finding targets, flip, combo, taunt, and then the chain got going.
Well, I think based on the map we're going to, that you're not gonna want to let go.
Unlikely to make it through here. Tomb of the Spider Queen. Love this map. Lot of
Me too.
lot
This
of
is
fun
my
things.
favorite.
It's because you can play this map with a number of different comps. There's a lot of different heroes that can come into play as well. It has a tendency to be one of the longer maps. I know last season I had like a 35-minute game. That was a fun time. There's always the boss pit. Oh, what a great throw pit. Tomb has one of the better ones for sure. It's up there. I think your favorite throw pit, you gotta have Sky Temple up there. I think Tomb is one as well. Cursed is okay, but they're double. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes cursed depending on situation.
All right, we're getting our teams in the lobby chat. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're jumping in late here, we have a little triple header up on the NGS Twitch page. We started the day off, the afternoon, the evening, if you were here on the East Coast, with Hand Banana picking up a 2-0 against Beast Coast in Division B East. Right now, we're up in we're up in Heroic, featuring two teams that were in Division A West last season. This is the real Ultimate Mosh Pit going up against Texas A&M.
And Repsychic in chat says the Garrosh and Leoric were inspiring. Yes, they were.
Well, listen, if kids want to write their homework about that Garrosh Leoric combo, I'm not going to prevent them. I don't know what kind of grade. I don't know what kind of grade you can get for just masterful in dooms, but go for it, kids. Okay, let's make sure we've got everything kosher. Peachy Keen looking good for game number 2. I missed the lobby rip again. Coca-Cola's cracking me up. All right, let's get these fellas in here. Sorry. All right, A&M will be joining us shortly. So we did talk about Garrosh and maybe getting rid of him in draft. Any other adaptations in draft? It looked like everybody got what they wanted. I don't know.
I think that Jaina is gonna be a high priority here on this map. She's got the great wave clear, and if you go the globe quest on her, this is a great map for that as well.
It didn't seem effective on Battlefield until, like, you could see what they were using the Jaina for. Obviously, it's not for race. They just wanted to take Jaina, and then anytime Garrosh got like a flip, a taunt, and then there was a root, they would just throw a blizzard on that target. If they can get that style here on Tomb, I think they will be much more successful than what we saw on BOE. All right, let's get that ready check.
Yep, I agree.
And a shout out in game. I see Holloman in the NGS channel. He thought that Ghost Dunk and I were the same person. That really. I had a beard for like a hot minute, but I don't think I've casted with it. It also would make the podcast what, like the lucid multiple personalities dream? Like what? Like what would? Oh man, funny things going on. Let's see what else is going on around NGS. All right, round 2. For everybody in chat, Thursday, and hopefully every Thursday, Professor Bobo is going to grab a game, get a bunch of fantastic casters and a production team, and we're going to host the NGS Game of the Week. We're looking at Thursday, I think like 7 Western, 10 Eastern. I don't have the game yet. We're going to cover every division that we can. We're going to pair our vet casters up with each other and try to bring in some new casters as well. I don't think it's been announced, but this Thursday, the crew is going to be... we're going to have Graysville, so we're going to be riding the Graysy train on in, and he is going to be picking up Mongoose. So Mongoose will join him as a co-caster. I'm going to be hanging out on the analyst desk, just trying to figure out, trying to get all these working parts moving. We'll see how that winds up working out, but we should do it every... I think, like I said, every Thursday. Swing, you and Weenus will be doing one. So you can tell the fans and the friends and the fam.
Can't wait.
It will be happening.
And all of this is happening right here on the NGS channel, is that right?
You're darn right it is. Try to make the push for partner. We've had good numbers so far tonight. I appreciate all the viewers. We'll try to pick it up, of course, during the week. We'll get some more social media blitz going out there. Try to pull everybody on in. In fact, I'm taking a peek at the calendar right now. Is there a juicy matchup that I like yet? Maybe not yet. That one's not bad.
Rip the teams that are that are signed up at that time.
Well, we've got to hit... Like, I have no... Because I have no idea how this is going to work. We have to work with our casters to make sure that we don't, like, steal anybody's games. We have no idea... Given the way that we've changed the season with, like, rounds that are 2-week periods as opposed to last week, we can't predict matchups. So we're just kind of sitting here like, all right, well, is there a hot game? And can we throw that up on the main page? We'll find something, I'm sure.
Yeah, this is great. It's been so nice to see the NGS Twitch channel so active this season.
Yeah.
I think that's been one of the better changes that NGS has made for Season 5.
We want to keep beaming everybody on into the mothership, you know, tractor beam. Keep you guys here because, again, we do all of the playoffs, the later stages of the playoffs when we get to the grand finals. We'll be up on the NGS Twitch page. And we do use this page as well for, like, our outside events. We did use the NGS page for the T.R.U.M.P too. In fact, I think you were casting to the NGS channel for that one.
Yeah, that is correct.
I think we'll do something on the weekend. We may have just some more triple headers, and listen, I'm always a fan of opening it up to our casters, our vets, or our regular casters. If you want to host a triple header here on the weekend, just send me a message, and we'll see if we can get going. I see BKL in chat. The podcast is really the 3 personalities of Professor Bobo. That's false, because it's not, and also because I have way more than 3. I have way more than that. Okay, teams are finally ready-ish. Dankstrom's still waiting for one more. See, A&M is all set. Switch on over rosters. Okay, they are ready. Cool. We're finally about to head on into game number 2. Thank you guys for waiting. All right. Can the real ultimate mosh pit pick up a draw here on Tomb of the Spider Queen? Or will Texas A&M pick up their first domination of the season?
I mean, that was a pretty even battle, just 2 different comps going at it last time. So it seems like the teams were pretty evenly matched. So we'll see what type of comps we get for this map.
This is the map pick of the real ultimate mosh pit. They won the coin flip, went for first pick. What kind of adaptations do we see here in game number 2? Again, we anticipate that Garrosh might not be making it very far in this draft. If he's not banned out, I would certainly expect to see a hero that was so effective in game number 1 picked up in either the first pick or the second or third. Urel ban.
Oh, Urel.
Ain't nobody going to be Goomba stomping around this joint. I haven't been able to actually see a ton of Urel. It still looks really effective. It's a wise ban.
Oh yeah, you don't want Asmo running free on this map.
We saw Genji and Raynor also banned out in game number 1. Have you been seeing much Genji this season? I haven't had too many casts. I'm not sure if he's making it through bands, and I'm actually not sure if he's making it through entire giraffes. I have been seeing that a little bit though.
Not as much, I feel like. But he's not completely gone though. I have seen him banned still, so that's probably why.
There's a lot of fun stuff available. Raynor, Genji.
Oh, there we go.
Garrosh. Deckard Cain.
Ooh, maybe a Garrosh Deckard to start off for Trump.
Could go Garrosh. Oh no, we go Yena and Deckard. This leaves Garrosh and Raynor still up. Or, excuse me, Garrosh and Jimmy. Like that's odd.
Yeah.
You were absolutely right to say that Jaina would have a high priority here. Deckard listen, Deckard's a fantastic healer. It's not just a steal. He's a darn good support, and probably the best one that we have right now in the HOTS meta. We get Johanna. Gul'dan. The Gul'dan...
He doesn't have a lot of mobility, but tons of weight there.
No, but if you have a Johanna at the front line and you pick up a nice bulky offlaner, you probably get away with that. But Genji Gul'dan is there to, chip, set up, poisons, flames, and then Genji goes in and has a little bit of fun. But it's great wave clear with Johanna Gul'dan. We see the Alex band come out on the side of the real Ultimate Mosh Pit. I'm not sure about that Alex band. I'm
still up.
I'm like wishy-washy on Alex on this map. It's Diablo. Okay.
This has got to be a Garrosh, right?
Maybe.
What else?
You could go Muradin here, no problem. You could also go Stitches if you felt so inclined. I've been a big fan of Stitches in this meta, and I hope to see some teams play him a little bit more. Like, everybody worries about the hooks, but trust it from a tank main. You actually can MVP as Stitches without hitting a single goddamn hook. It's a thing. I've done it recently. I wasn't proud of it, but I took the win and I took the MVP. All right, Dahaka and Raynor. I like the Raynor.
Wow.
I'm never sold on Dahaka on this map, so it is going to be up to Trump to prove me wrong.
And the Raynor and Jaina are so nice together with that ace in the hole talent for Raynor, where he does extra damage to targets that are slowed.
He's going to have that. That talent's going to be permanently procced.
Yeah, exactly.
We do see a Malf.
Oh, there's the Malfurion. We were talking about we don't see him that much.
And they do go back to Leoric. I thought maybe Stukov would have been even a higher priority than Alex, but I mean, we don't know how Space Bacon feels about the hero yet. We get Malf, and we get Leo. Now, what is the tank?
Yeah,
what is the tank pick? I think the Leo deters for sure.
Maybe it's either Garrosh or Muradin, I'm thinking. Oh,
and they go ATC. Hey, why not? I mean, we are, after all, the real Ultimate Mosh Pit. Why would we not do that? Okay, so Dextrum goes with ETC. I thought Garrosh would have been a problem just because, like, the Leoric might have been a little bit of an issue. But anyway, we do have an ETC. Okay.
Yeah.
I like these drafts, but I'm not sure I'm sold on Dahaka ETC here on...
It could be great. I mean... There aren't a lot of Mosh interrupts on the side of Texas A&M. I mean, you've got, I guess, the Gul'dan Fear, the Johanna Ultimate, right?
Yes.
She goes to the sun.
Twilight Dream, maybe. That also could be a thing.
And maybe if Leoric goes the Silencing and Tomb, but that's not until 20.
Right, you're going to have to, you'll be sitting around waiting for Buried Alive for a little while.
So I could see that ETC might be a sneaky good pick here for the real Ultimate Mosh Pit.
All right, so we're heading on into Game 2 shortly. All right, we'll try to get our roster towers in order. Swing, everything all set? Are we good?
Yes.
No,
no.
Hold
on.
It's all good. We're getting there. The reason that I kind of like poo-poo this ETC Dahaka combo is because I may have seen some of my boys lose a game with it recently. Not quite sold on that specific combo, but again, we'll see. Like, people sort of poo-poo Dahaka on this map, but if you make your impact, if you're able to make good global plays, even though it is a narrow map top to bottom, then you should be all right.
Right.
Okay.
Where's our... Oh, there we go. Leoric is there.
There we go. Got him?
Got him. We're good.
Excellent. Let's get back into this. All right, folks, we're headed to game number 2. On the side of the real Ultimate Mosh Pit, Dengstrom leading on that ETC. Dendy Smasher will be playing the Jena. Sven on the Deckard Cain. Synchrony on the Dahaka. Mayog B-stepping, getting those APM numbers up on the Rainer.
Beautiful. And for the red team, we've got Texas A&M. We've got Coca-Cola playing Genji. Sparky on Johanna. Space Bacon on Malfurion. Mizono playing the Leoric. And Gul'dan will be Edgardo GL.
Everything again looking pretty standard. Sapphire will be a critical talent for Deckard Cain. We'll see where the Cain builds go. I'm not sure if it's like a full gem build or keeping things kind of meta. Those are always going to be a little bit of fun. We'll see where Sven wants to go with that. I'm interested to see the Malf. Interested in the Malf at 10, whether it's Tranquility or T.R.U.M.P. We talked about how much he's fallen off. But he's like one of those heroes that, unless his numbers are just putrid, anybody who's, you know, a worthwhile support player can just snap back to Malfurion right now.
Right.
There's a good corruption coming out from Edgardo GL. Sparky is alright. There's the Iron Skin applying pressure to Dendy Smasher. And this 3-man winning early against the 4-man is Texas A&M asserting a little bit of dominance in the early game.
Yeah, Coca-Cola went down to the bottom lane to help out Leoric with Dahaka.
It's going to be tough to get a pick on bottom, especially with Dahaka there. I'm not sure. Maybe, well, see Coca-Cola go in there and use the Swift Strike. Not sure if maybe Texas A&M was setting up so that if they can apply some pressure to Dahaka, they may be able to sneak the bottom camp in early. But we do see Coca-Cola rotate up into the mid lane. Neither team has made a move towards a camp. Just about even in XP. 2-gem lead for Trump.
Yeah, both teams just kind of making their rotations, making sure they catch all of these waves, get all the experience, get all the gems.
There's another sort of anti-rotation, if you will, from Coca-Cola, who has poked the Dahaka quite a bit. Not sure what we're going to see from Synchrony in this game on the Dahaka. If the Genji comes down again, remember, they have no CC to stop him from burrowing and maybe potentially making a move top. We'll see if that's in the cards.
They must have some kind of plan for the Dahaka, because Sonya was still available, and that...
The Sonya, which was easy to isolate, but again, there's no Garrosh in this
Yep.
map. I don't think the Sonya play was poor by any stretch. In fact, I think Synchrony hit a number of big poison spears that helped Trump to an early lead. But again, going with the Dahaka in this game. And now a 4-coin, gem, whatever you want to call it, lead. And Degstrom drops off a very important 19. Love to see your teammates dropping off those big totals early.
Yeah, Sparky holding 24 for Texas A&M, looking to get a turn in here.
Sven smells that one out. Dendy on that Jaina has really not had any damage yet, trying to get towards that advanced ice block, but has a healthy number of globes. 14 globes on the way to 20 to complete Fingers of Frost.
Look at all the gems going in for the real Ultimate Mosh Pit.
Yeah, and their last 7 are kind of spread out a little bit. We do see Texas A&M here. Boy, is anybody going to disrupt that? Dengstrom hits the face melt.
Oh, he got the 30
He
in.
did not stop Sparky, and now ETC's in a bit of trouble. I think he has the power slide. There's the condemn coming out from Johanna. There's the slide from ETC. The cow is all right, but there is a tongue on the backside. Synchrony doing all right. Uses trait. Starting to slide out. Edgardo GL is in big trouble, especially if he gets rooted there. Does not. Synchrony needs to pop primal. There is the damage on the Gul'dan.
How is Gul'dan still alive?
You saw drain life in there. There wasn't any other follow-up. Edgardo GL just sneaking on out of there. Poke from Dendy. Now who's going to make the move and finish off this first turn in?
All right, Red Web Weavers coming in for Texas A&M.
Sparky converts up top. Take a quick peek at our stats right now. We do see Gul'dan and Raynor pacing everybody in terms of damage. No kills yet. I wonder if that's going to change here. We shall see with our first Web Weaver phase.
Most of the action going to be in the top lane.
And we see a 4-man up here. Dahaka mid, Leo bottom. Very good anti-siege for Mosh Pit. We see Jaina step up to put the Blizzard on the Web Weaver there. Dengstrom very low. I don't know if he has a tap. Looks like he does not. Top wall nearly gone. Mayog now sliding up. We'll see Raynor go ahead and finish this spider up. But Dendi is very low. Coca-Cola is certainly aiming up a Swift Strike here, but does not think wise of it. Bottom wall nearly gone. Dahaka trying to clean that up. Mid wall doing okay. But this is where Texas A&M will put their attentions for the rest of this objective phase.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to get all of the walls.
Thinking about getting
Almost
a Joe.
all.
Here's Iron Skin. 7's online for both teams. We'll flash talents as soon as we get out of this fight. There's a Blizzard on the backside. Dendi did a good job of finding a little bit of space. But A&M moves out of it. Alright, 7's are here. Everything looking pretty darn standard. Shield pots.
Jaina just completed Fingers of Frost.
Yeah, Finger Frost being done is a big one. Gul'dan 21 stacks on Corruption early. This is a little bit of a neat talent. Dodge on Genji. There for the Raynor. And
Alright.
I'm actually not sure. Chad, help me out. How does the application of slows apply? If Jaina is blind, if you dodge her attacks, I think you still get the slow applied. I think. Could be wrong. I don't know.
Oh, interesting, really.
I don't know. We'll let Chad help him out. Iron Skin comes through there. There is the Blizzard that Johanna dodges. There's a root. Connects on nobody, but the root from Deckard Cain on the backside with the Scroll of Sealing is successfully on 2 members of A&M. And Genji's aggression is thwarted. Looks like he's lining Sven up. Coca-Cola just loves these aggressive Overwatch heroes. Wrong
Yeah.
video game, buddy. No, he's... Now we'll have to back off. Dahaka and Leo have just been trading off like mid and bot soak. So it's just sort of passive push there. However, Mizono has done certainly more in the bottom lane than Dahaka could have done. Dahaka, though, yep, doing work here in mid. But if they can get a well and a wave, they'll have 10 while they're on this fort. Have to watch out for the snap ultimate pickup. Mizono on the flank there. Coca-Cola at full health has been a nuisance. There's Mizono. Actually gets tongue. Leo is first blood. Bit off a little bit more than he can chew. Keep an eye on Negardo. Does get out of the root. Mayog stepped up, but Raynor could not connect on the range. 10 is here. We have the Raider, the Isolation, the Welly, which Dendi popped. I'm not really sure if that was a double R hit. Kind of looks like it. Isolation. Stay a while and listen. And the Mosh Pit.
Mosh.
Poor Welly. He was not ready. He was not prepared.
We have 10s also coming in for Texas A&M. And we're going to get the X Strike from Genji. No Dragon Blade. Blessed Shield from Johanna. Tranquility from Malfurion. We've got that in T.R.U.M.P and Horrify for Gul'dan.
Possible, I don't know, a little bit of anti-synergy with the Horrify. So we'll wait to see if Texas A&M wants to use it as an opener to secure a kill, or whether they're just going to hold it for the later parts of team fight, in particular the ETC Mosh Pit opportunities. Trump picks up another turn-in off the strength of picking up level 10 during the first objective phase, but now they're going to have to deal with Texas A&M, and Mizono was on the way up top. Keep an eye on this Leoric. On the flank. There's the Entomb. He's got 2. Stay a while comes out. X-Strike and Mosh Pit as well. There's just a number of just sleeps, stuns, stops, roots. Eventually, Genji gets traded out. Jaina has already gone down. Mayog has a ton of poison from Gul'dan. Space Bacon actually leading from the front, and there's Synchrony on the backside. Isolation comes through, hits Leo, but does not connect on the tongue. Mayog is chasing. Keep an eye on ETC, but there's the disengaged root. Sparky could be low on the Johanna. There's the Iron Skin. Objective, meanwhile, has been pushing mid well. Bot. We got to take a quick peek down here. Is that going to be enough for the fort? I think that extra wave should be enough for the fort if A&M does not get down there.
Yeah, I think this is a great Web Weaver phase for Trump.
There's the rubber band. Leo goes down. Mizono, his second death, post 10. Good plays by Synchrony. We talked about, was the ETC Dahaka enough? As long as Dahaka can tongue Leoric. Looks like they'll be alright. Ooh.
Yeah, the Dahaka seems to be working for Trump in the team fights.
Edgardo, GL actually stopped bottom from going down. 13, though, is here. Trump running out of gems. We'll have about 35 if they turn all of theirs in. Sparky is the current walking purse on the side of Texas A&M. I'm going to have to open that wallet up soon and make a deposit. He has 46 out of 68 gems for Texas A&M.
Yeah, they definitely need to make sure Sparky does not lose those gems.
Mid camp picked up. Recycling in chat, thank you for helping me out with a little bit of trying to figure out the interactions that work on there. I doubt the slow would be applied. I don't know. The reason that we brought that one up with the slow on Jaina is whether or not dodge blocks it. Little things work like Malthiel's mark actually gets applied through block charges, which is a weird one.
Yeah,
it's just
kind of strange.
I don't know. There's a lot of rock paper scissors that goes on.
Working
here.
as intended.
Sparky with 50 gems. Dengstrom has to use the face melt there. Edgardo has just finished corruption, so Gul'dan gonna spike hard at level 16, and a Nature's Cure prevents the tongue from grabbing Johanna. Swing it. It looks like Trump has control right now. They're gonna give up 13 here. Like, how do you think they should play it? I mean, do they have to give a turn in up, or do you think they need to keep playing aggressive here?
I think they should stop the turn in if they can. I mean, they're getting close to their own as well. Let's see. Yeah, they just need one more.
There's the Entomb. ETC in trouble. Dengstrom just trying to find something to do before he goes down. And actually, Malfurion goes down. His Space Bacon at the back line was jumped by Dendi. There's the Jaina flank coming out. The Welly's there. Horrify. And keep an eye out for Genji. Jaina has gone down. 3v3. Gul'dan gone. Coca-Cola has to retreat. It was a good job by both Dendi and Dengstrom. ETC looks like he wasn't going. He was, going to go down very quickly. Tried to get to Malfurion. In the end, Jaina, the Welly, was enough. And once Malf goes down, that does it.
Yeah, and this is great, again, for the Real Ultimate Mosh Pit. They've got more Web Weavers, and they're Jaina just res, so they've got all 5 members heading out again.
This will certainly be all forts. I wonder if we'll get the Web Weaver phase into boss rip. That's always kind of neat.
Yeah, it is.
And I think that may be what Trump is thinking of in the top lane. So what we're referring to here is if you push top hard, and if you push top as 5 members, whatever you get in top lane is great. What you're really looking to do is maybe find just a cheap kill. 1 or 2 will do, and Edgardo actually got tongued in another great Nature's Cure from Space Bacon. The roots from Jaina applying damage to Sparky. But coming out of this, if Trump doesn't get a keep, if they can find a kill or enough pressure across the map, they may be able to just step back, rip a boss immediately, and secure that top keep. I don't know. I think they might want it here. Dengstrom going in. There's the Mosh Pit. Connects on both Johanna as well as Gul'dan, and the tongue from Synchrony pulls Space Bacon in there. The Tranquility is not enough. Malfurion goes down. The keep is still alive, but surely it will go down soon. 2 kills off the Mosh Pit. Fantastic play by Dengstrom.
Yeah, this is great play by Trump. It looks like they are going to back out and likely head to the boss, like you were just talking about.
Synchrony on the Dahaka, grabbing the tongue on the Malfurion, pulling him into the dance party. And Dengstrom finds himself 3 dates. Malf, Johanna, and Gul'dan. Trump secures the first keep of the game. They have not lost a fort. All right, now as they're about to cap this, Sparky's got 70 to turn in. He needs to get rid of those and does. He'll trade it for a boss. This could be a very inconsequential Web Weaver phase for Texas A&M, but they do need to start turning this pressure the other way. They do need to start dropping gems off.
Yeah, they're very close to 16, so they're almost back on the same talent tier as the Real Ultimate Mosh Pit.
And they're just going to get nothing at all out of this turn-in, which, again, is okay. They needed to start dropping gems off. They'll have 16, and we'll flash those talents up soon. Wow. I didn't know this. The boss actually pulls the web weaver all the way back.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
it followed it all the way. I didn't know it would go that far either.
Just a number of interesting little interactions. And listen, that's a big deal for Trump, because now with that web weaver at a half health, they can clean up bottom, they can clean up mid, they can even start to play this aggressively. We see Synchrony and Trump. I mean, this web weaver was pushed back so far, and they care so little about top that they're actually grabbing bottom wall with the enemy objective being up.
Yeah, they can afford to do that. It's, I mean, Trump still has all of their forts.
Mizono on the Leo. Do we see the Entomb? Nope. Okay, easy goings from Leo there. Top will clear itself up momentarily. Does get some fort damage on, however. In fact, the fort could go down. In fact, it will. Silver linings on the side of Texas A&M as they hopefully start to build towards a win condition.
By the way, the Apocalypse Shovel said, just tested in try mode, it still applies the slope.
That's block. Block is so weird. Like, it doesn't prevent effects from auto attacks, it just prevents the damage. It's not like you blind the target, it's just that they miss the auto. I hate block. I could go on a block rant. We're not going to do it, though, because Texas A&M is 5 stacking here in the bottom, looking to try to get this turn in. And there's a good slide. Dengstrom's starting to get things rolling here. Maybe looking for the backside mosh pit. There it is. He catches Leo. Edgardo GL on the backside has no Horrify right now, so we can't use that. There's the extract from Genji. Coca-Cola trying to retreat out. Mizono is very low. Leo could be the first to go down. Stay a while. Enlisted connects on 2. Edgardo GL being slowed down, but Dendy does not have it. They turn their attention towards the top. Mayog chasing Johanna, doesn't get that kill as the corruption damage from Gul'dan is enough to prevent Trump from picking up a second kill. And all they can claim is the Leo.
Trump is getting dangerously close to another turn-in, though.
And dangerously close to level 20. 2 catapults up in top as well.
That's the one horrible thing about this map is once you lose the keep, it's just so tough because you have so much pressure. It's a small map. Those catapults move up that lane. It seems like so quickly when you don't, when that keep is
absolutely
gone.
Stinks. No, it totally stinks. Okay, good play by Trump here. While they don't have 20, they do manage to pick up both the objective as well as their own bruiser camp. We'll see where they want to run it down. Yeah, top and bottom keeps. When they go, those catapults stack so hard on this map.
Yeah, they do.
It's a big bottom wave. You think Trump runs it down mid here, picks up another keep? They have 20 advantage.
I think they're definitely getting another keep here at least.
We do have one of the best level 20 talents in all of the video game, folks. I'm going to highlight it here. Death Metal.
Oh, yeah.
Rock out. Let's see what transpires. All right. Camp. Mage Minion is gone. Web Weaver steps up. Bottom and top have some AFK push as all 10 members are here. The real Ultimate Mosh Pit setting their sights on the last remaining keeps on the side of Texas A&M. They have 20 advantage. One Web Weaver on top. Let's see if Dengstrom wants to make a move here. ETC goes in. There's the face melt off the power slide, but no Mosh. There is the Entomb, but Leo has to back off. The Horrify came through, hit 2 members. Mayog is in big trouble on the Rainer there. But on the backside, a huge play by Synchrony. Not only hitting the isolation, but he also hit the tongue on Genji. Oh, Dengstrom with a 3-man mosh. Winds up confirming another kill as Gul'dan goes down. Everybody else kind of gets bumped out, but the Web Weavers have moved on. The core is gone. And a great little draw.
Yeah.
Like to see that. 1-1. Dengstrom and company.
Yeah, well played. Those games were exciting. 2 totally different maps, too. I really enjoyed that.
Yes, and it looks like really both teams got exactly the maps that they wanted. We'll go ahead and we got to even these scores out here. The Pit of Moshery claims the draw. Let's get that stat updated real quick. Let's get everything fixed on here. We'll do that. Fix that as well. Shout out in that game, Dendy was really impactful on that Jaina. 5 and 2, picks up 50k in damage. despite misclicking the welly and just throwing one out there at level 10, he just, he felt like, hey, this is what I picked. I'm going to let you guys see it if you're not looking at talents. Didn't matter, as the real Ultimate Mosh Pit goes ahead and claims game number 2. Fabulous stuff. All right, hopefully we can get Dankstrom in there soon. We're going to go hop into another Lobberino and await the captain. Let's head on up there. Okay. Click some more buttons. Throw that one up on the screen. Okay.
So what did you end up thinking about the Dahaka? Do you think
I was way off. Synchrony played that really great. And at the end there, like, if there was any doubt in that game, Isolation and a drag on Genji sealed it.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
That was a really cool sight. I dug seeing that one. MVP in game number 2, Swing?
I've got to go with the Jaina.
Hey, Dankstrom, what's happening, brother?
Not much. We get to play ETC finally. I'm happy.
I was totally wrong because I thought that was going to be your downfall there in game 2. But rewind. Let's go back to game number 1.
Oh no, we don't need to go back to game 1.
You guys had some momentum early. The Hanzo was doing a lot of different things. It just felt like, I got to be honest, it felt like that war chief was the strongest one.
Yes, Garrosh was an issue for us that game. First time we had played Garrosh in quite a while, and some of the reworked heroes we were playing against Garrosh too. So
yeah.
It was definitely an issue. We had a plan for it, map 2 if they're going to pick it again.
Okay.
But yeah, that was annoying. It just felt like it really went off throws. It felt like we could win everywhere else in the match, just not the throws.
That's kind of what it looked like. I do think they did there was an interesting bit of interplay in the draft there. Once the Urel ban, and the Leoric was picked up, it was like, all right, we've got Sonya, but Sonya Garrosh just didn't seem like a very good time there in game 1. But you guys did recover. Game 2 certainly feels like you guys have a really good feel for Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yeah, we enjoy playing that. We actually usually enjoy playing Battlefield of Eternity quite a bit as well when Garrosh isn't involved. But yeah, no, I mean it's a fun map. It's a nice rotational. You get to skirmish a lot. We enjoyed it a lot. We would like that type. So.
Excellent.
Yeah, I know we were interested in game 2. Why we're wondering what made you go with the Dahaka over the Sonya? Was it just wanting those tongues and the isolations for the team fights?
We kind of felt that Isolation would deal with Genji a little bit better. So you get Isolation on Genji, he's pretty useless, just kill him. He was fine in that bot lane, he has good wave clear, good sustain, we don't have to worry about him donning his ability. There's a lot of nicely placed pushes around that map. He gets a little bit of speed boost, It was just fun. It felt good.
Right on. Like I said, I was totally convinced wrong, and I'm not afraid to admit when I myself get schooled. I have seen Dahaka ETC combos not work, and it was fantastic on that one. Thumbs up, man. Talk to us about your first round here, as you guys actually proved to 5-1. It's a pretty good start for somebody that I know was a little bit skeptical heading into this season.
We'll have to correct you again. We're actually going to be 4-2.
4-2.
So
really,
we were sure 5-1, but we lost that first map. We dropped one map in a bit of a throw against one of our earlier teams as well. So we've actually been doing surprisingly a lot better than expected. Most of the teams we faced like vastly outranked us in their hero league ranking, everything else. So we thought we were gonna have a little bit rougher time.
Okay.
That saw game 1 against Garrosh. If a single hero beat us is annoying, but. It's kind of we would never expected to do that.
Yep.
Do that well in the first round.
But I mean, this is like the second. I mean, this is your second season. You didn't keep the same crew, but you kept most of the same pieces intact, right?
Yeah, most of the same pieces. Mayog is our pickup. We swapped out him for one of our other players, and that's worked out great. Actually, he's a strong voice in draft and shot calling as well.
Thumbs up, Mayo. Cheers, brother. Always good to see you picking up a win here. Swing, anything on your end for Mr. Dankstrom?
We loved the Jaina play coming out from Dendi there in game 2. That seemed really strong and to work well with Raynor, combining with the Raynor.
So I got a question for you guys. Why do you think the ETC was a poor pickup there?
Okay. Just low. Okay, this is my feeling. So listen, we're both tank players. In this meta, it just feels like ETC has no hit points. So if you go in and you make a play, great. If you go in and you get half of a play, you get deleted. That's where the problem is. And then, you know, the other side, and the other thing about ETC, and this is my own little mini rant, there are so many heroes right now that it's almost impossible to have those, like, situations we used to get, like, maybe 6 months ago, where you're like, ooh, they only have 2 or 3 Mosh interrupts. Like, that's my other problem with it. Everybody can do something to knock him out of Mosh, and I hate it.
Oh no, I agree with you there. It's just normally, you know, I have the exact same opinion about ETC. Just they didn't have much in the way of any burst damages for me.
Cool.
We get the extra healing off my E. I just felt like I'm finding the build in. The Genji didn't feel that threatening.
No.
With everything else we had on there, so I'm like, you know, we can do this.
Yeah.
Play.
It was interesting. I almost thought Coca-Cola might have gone back to Tracer 2. That, well, maybe not into Rainer, but all right. Hey, man, listen. If it works, it works. And also, like I said, I had seen some friends. I think it was TNC actually run that exact same front line up against somebody, and it just got bodied. Like 2 weeks ago, it was just like a no way. Like I think the comp itself maybe lacked like wave clear and whatnot, but it just didn't seem like a good time. But hey, man, you make something work. You prove the casters wrong. Thumbs up. You got the win. And now Dankstrom, your time for your shoutouts, man.
Yeah, shoutouts to the team. Showing up again today early to practice a little bit beforehand, and all the effort those guys put into, you know, Sven, Dendy Smasher, Mayog, and Sync. You know, they all put an effort in, and it's enjoyable playing with all those guys. You know, hopefully we continue to have this success.
Very cool. Who are you guys playing next week?
We play Taco Team. I don't remember. I think X Team. I don't remember if they're running.
Okay.
I haven't contacted him yet to play, but you know, we look for a few more strong matches, and hopefully we can get another full domination win instead of these draws.
Right on. Thanks. Good. Always all the best, man. Good luck.
Hey,
Congratulations on a solid start. Good luck.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right.
You too.
That is going to just about wrap it up for us. Swing, I am super grateful that you showed up, even if your delightful face could not have made it. Due to Skype and due to nothing else, we'll get that.
We're gonna solve the mystery of Skype. We're going to solve it.
We are. Or we're just gonna, like, just find another program to use. Silly, stupid thing. All right. Swing, what do you got going on? What's happening with Swing Time and Clouded Minds next week?
Well, you know, we just got our schedule. Looks like we have one of the buys, so we've got 2 matches to play in round 2. So we're just starting to get scheduled with our teams for our Clouded Minds. We're in Div C West.
Excellent.
Casting-wise, picking up games for casting as always, and then I've also been very distracted this week with the WoW expansion.
Oh man! All right, so that is going to do it for the second game. However, I'm gonna rehydrate. And I've got yet one more for the evening. Coming up at 11 Eastern, 8 if you live out on the left coast. What do I have going on? Oh, wrong one. Whoop, there we go. Right screen. The last match of the Tripleheader will be Divine 9 and Archetype as we head to Division A West.
Ooh, that'll be a great matchup. And thank you so much, Bubba, for having me on. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you for clicking the check mark in the